Hi, this is Made from Scratch, and today I'm going to show you how you can create your very own Space Invaders on Scratch. As you can see, you can move around with the WASD keys and shoot with the space key. If you get hit by one of these, you lose a heart. Or if one of the asteroids hit the ground, you also lose a heart. When you die, you get this end screen and it shows a really cool score right here. Let's get to it. Now before this video, I prepared my sprites. We have the player sprite, which is our spaceship, and I added some costumes for going up, going to the right, and going to the left, and finally going backwards. And you should also have the basic. And for the bullet, I just made this small square. Alright, so, like we always do, we want to start with when green flag clicked, broadcast, play. When I receive, play, you want to show. And let's make it go to 0, 0. Let's try that. There we go. Now we have to make it so we can move it. So let's add a forever loop and an if here. 4 ifs. Let's make one key A pressed, another key D pressed, and another key W pressed, and finally a key S pressed, like so. And for the A and D keys, we want to change X by -6, and for the D key, change X by 6, and for the W key, change Y by 6, and for the S key, change Y by -6. And just drag that there. Let's test it out. Works perfectly. Now we need to make it change costumes whenever we move. So essentially what we can do is copy this, delete these 2 blocks, and paste it here. And also delete the movement keys. And instead of moving, sorry, we can switch costumes. So switch costume for A, we want to switch costume to go left. For D, we want to change it to right. For W and an S, we want to change this right here and this to back. There we go, but the problem is it's not really realistic if we just stand still and the jets are still running. So what we can do to fix that is wait until not key A pressed. Like that. For this one, it will be D. And for this one, it will be W. And the last one would be S. There we go. And then we can just switch costume to basic. Oops, basic. Like so. And now if we test it out, there we go. It works perfectly. Now let's move away from this and make the backdrop. And for the simplicity, I'm just going to make a black rectangle and just paint some white dots for the stars. Like that. There we go. After we have that, we have to code the bullet. Now, when I receive play, we want to hide and go back in the player sprite. Behind that if, duplicate that if S key pressed and put space instead and put it on the back. If key space pressed, we want to broadcast shoot. Now over here back in the bullet sprite, we want to code when I receive shoot, go to player. And after that we can just create a clone of myself and put a run dot as a clone. We want to show and a forever loop. If hold on. If not, or for simplicity we can just do a repeat until, which is much better. Repeat until touching the edge. So essentially this will repeat until it touches here, and change X by, let's try 4 for now. Oh, oops, I forgot to change Y by 4, sorry. Like so. But I think we should make it a bit faster to make it more realistic, so 6. And another thing you might have noticed is whenever I press space it really lags for me. So one way you can fix this is instead of creating a clone of myself, we can wait until not key space pressed and then do that. If we do it like that, then as you can see it does not lag. Like so. Now we have to put something here. If touching the edge, then we want it to delete this clone. Like that, and that's pretty much the shooting code. If we try that out. There we go. Now, this script, it doesn't allow it to have more than one clone on the screen, which is actually really useful because sometimes it lags the studio. So now we have to make the asteroids, or yeah, the asteroids. I'm just going to make this red and a square. Let's make this a bit smaller, like that. And when I receive play forever, I want to wait 1 second and well, first of all, we want to put a height up there, like that, before the forever. And wait 1 second, and then go to X, Y, and in the X position, we want to put a pick random. And we can do pick random negative 210 to 210x. And for the Y, we want to put 158. Or we can put higher, so like 170. Let's try it out. Oops. Yeah. Then we want to create a clone of myself. So like that. And when I start as a clone, forever, we want to change Y by -5 and show. Change Y by -5, and also to get that spinning effect, all we have to do really is go to motion and turn 15 degrees. Like that. Although, let's make it a bit smaller, and also to make it die when it hits the bottom. So first of all, let's make it a bit slower. Change Y by -3 perhaps. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. You can do that. Yep. And now to fix the bottom part, all we have to do is paint a sprite, call it bottom, make a short line here, have it go to 0, 0, and when I receive play, we can make it show. Now we can put in the Asteroid script when I start as a clone after they turn 15 degrees. If touching our bottom, then we want to just delete this clone, basically. Like that. So let's test it out. There it goes. It works. Now, one thing we have to fix is the bullet is appearing on top of our spaceship. So it's really easy. All we have to do is in our play sprite, when I receive play, go to front layer on the top. Now when we do this, it works. Now we have to make the shooting mechanism actually work against the asteroids. So we can literally just do this. If touching the bullet, delete this clone, and we want to wait, that's basically it for now. But the reason we separated these two is we're going to add another variable called hearts and score. So score, and change score by 1. And for the top, we want to change make another variable called hearts, change hearts by -1. And just to top it all off, we want to move the hearts to here. And let's hide the score for now. Now all we have to do is set the hearts and the score on top of here. So let's set score to 0 and set hearts to 5. And let's test it out. As you can see, the asteroids are being deleted. And if they touch the limit at the bottom, then we lose a heart. But we also have to make sure it loses a heart when we crash into the spaceship. So if touching the bottom limit or not the comment, or our player, then change hearts by negative 1. Now let's test it out. There we go, it works perfectly. Now we need a way to detect when our hearts reach 0. So let's add an end screen saying you died. Let's make this about the same color as the spaceship, which is orangish, like that. And then add some text saying you died, which is obvious. You died. And right over here, let's change this to 0, 0. And move this upwards. There we go. Now we want to add a score text, just so they know how many asteroids they actually destroyed before dying. Like that, and add a place where the variable would go. Like that. There we go. And we also need to add an information because for this game, it uses a more advanced technique. So if you want to restart it, you have to double click the flag button, green flag. Like that. Sometimes you don't really need to double click, but it's best to double click to make sure everything works properly. There we go. Now how to detect this is when I receive play, want to hide. However, we want to go to our asteroids script and we can just do this. If our player sprite I meant. Under the key space pressed, if equals, and let's put 0 and our hearts variable on the first one, then we want to broadcast this. And over here, when I receive this, we can just show instead of hiding. Let's try it out. Aha, it worked. But some things we have to fix is the script that's already going, so you can see we're still losing hearts and you can still see our spaceship. So all we have to do is when I receive this, we want to hide and stop other scripts in sprite. Put that the same for the bullet and the asteroids. Now let's try that again. Last one right there. There we go. Now you can see we're not losing any hearts while we're at the end screen and our player is invisible. So for the score, as you can see, the score actually goes up like so. So all you have to really do is show the score, and we want to get to our end screen to position our variable correctly. Move it to large layout and just put that here. After that, all we have to do is hide it, and when I receive play, hide variable score, and at the end screen sprite, when I receive this, you want to show the variable score. So that's pretty much it. Let's see the end result. There we go. And when you hit the ground or spaceship, it works perfectly pretty much. There we go. And when you die, it comes with the end screen and your score. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching this video, and yeah, bye.